good YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. We about to get into another reaction video. This one titled Jeepers Creepers, the true crime story of Marilyn and Dennis Dubé. I think that's how you say the last name, Dubé. I'm guessing it's nothing like the movie itself. You know what I'm saying? It's no flying monster, no flying bug alien looking monster kidnapping people who's horrified of how he looked. You know what I'm saying? It's none of that. It's probably just, you know, a couple going crazy in the country somewhere. But that movie did scare me though. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the movies. I don't get scared often by horror movies. Jeepers Creepers is one of the ones that definitely, you know what I'm saying, struck a little fear in my heart. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? And then I was on TikTok recently, and I was watching this clip of the dude who got snatched up by Jeepers Creepers. You know what I'm saying? Jeepers Creepers ended up taking his ass. Bro, you can hear him screaming, bro. Him screaming was him getting his eyes taken out by Jeepers Creepers. You know what I'm saying? That definitely added another layer of that fear. You know what I'm saying? Of that fear. But yeah, let's get into the video, man. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're new. Hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when I post lit content on the channel.
Most of us have seen Jeepers Creepers from 2001, but I feel like a lot of you don't realize that the beginning of that movie is based on a real story, a real situation that happened. In 1990, 46-year-old Dennis Depew.
Oh nah, they look like they did it. Whatever they about to be accused of, bro, they did that. Look at Dennis Depew. I said it right. Look at my man face, bro. You know what I'm saying? My man face, he looked like a serial killer. She looked like a serial killer. They both just look like they sit in a room and just talk about serial killing all day. You know what I'm saying? They just be plotting serial killing. Oh, I'll do this to this person. Oh, I'll do this to this person. Oh, how about this person? Oh, I'll do that to this person. Oh man, I can't wait to do this to this person. That's what they be on, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's what they be on. They look crazy. It's all in, bro. I swear it's always in the eyes, bro. The craziness is always in the eyes, bro. You know what I'm saying? Look. A lack of sleep because the demons keeping them up all night, bro. You know what I'm saying? She look like she probably get too much sleep. She probably get too much sleep. You know what I'm saying? She happy. She living out her fantasies in her head. She happy. My man, he a lack of sleep because he fighting demons, bro. You know what I'm saying? Her demons and his demons are two different demons. Under the same household, but two different demons, gang. They just fighting. They look possessed in this photo, gang. This looks crazy right now, bruh. This looks crazy right now, gang.
Murdered his wife Marilyn and stashed her body, but the story is extremely bizarre.
Oh man.
Although the director has never come out and said it, it's pretty obvious that this story is basically that's the beginning of Jeepers Creepers. So I wanted to come over and see for myself, the abandoned
she got
school
killed.
And drive down.
She probably wasn't even a killer.
Prairie
He was
Road. This is where it all took
the
place.
Killer. Oh man, that's tough.
Easter Sunday, 1990. Ray and Marie Thornton are driving down this road, South Prairie Road. A Chevy van comes up behind them very quickly and then very aggressively passes them at a high rate of speed. And that's when Marie Thornton says, referencing the license plate, "GZ, geez, that guy's in a rush." They have a laugh about it and continue on down this road. And just a few miles further, they come across the abandoned schoolhouse. And it's there that they see that van again. They see a man, and he looks like he's holding a blanket or a sheet that is full of blood, or at least it's red at the time. They don't know. And here it is. The actual school, built in 1908.
Bro, they don't think like going to certain places, right? You get an uneasy feeling. You go to certain places, abandoned places, you get an uneasy feeling. You don't think that that's like, you know what I'm saying? Like entities or, you know, like we're energy is huge with the human body. Like we can feel energy no matter where we are. We go into a room and it suddenly get quiet when we walk in a room. We can feel that something is off. You know what I'm saying? You walk into a party, people partying, you feel that energy. You know what I'm saying? No matter where you are, you feel the energy. So when you walk into somewhere that's unsettling, you feel the unsettling energy. That must be like bad, you know what I'm saying? Bad, you know what I'm saying? Spirits there or something, you know? Bad energy, bro.
This is it. This is where Ray and Marie Thornton drove by and saw that same vehicle and that man. His car, I believe, was parked right in here. I believe this is where the big tank was. And he was somewhere back here. They see him with a blanket or a sheet. And that's right when Marie says, "What is that? That man, he has a blood-soaked sheet or something." And they were like, "Look, we're not hanging around. Let's get out of here." So they take off. They realize they probably better get the heck out of this area, so they keep on driving. They kind of take off, and a few miles down the road, that same vehicle, that Chevy van, right on their bumper, riding their bumper. And now they are freaking out. What is this guy doing?
Heck no.
This goes on for a few miles until the Thorntons pull off and head down a different road. They can see in their rear view mirror that the vehicle has pulled off at the intersection. He's on the side of the road. And they say, "You know what? We need to turn around." Very ballsy couple, the Thorntons. We need to turn around, and we need to get a description of this vehicle, get the license plate, because he's up to something. We don't know what that whole thing was with the blanket. He was trying to put it into the ground. They turn around. They come back to the intersection. The van is still there, and that man is switching his license plates. The passenger door is open, and Marie Thornton can see that it is covered with blood.
Dang.
And they're like, we're out of here. They take off, head back in the direction of the school. They want to go see what this guy was doing.
What?
They head back.
Bro, too much investigating, gang. Way too much investigating. What they investigating for? Are they detectives? You know what I'm saying? They detectives. What they investigating for, bro? What are they trying to accomplish? You know what I'm saying? They should have just kept going, just minded their business, bro. I swear, mind your business, gang. He done already killed the wife. You ain't gonna bring her back to life. You know what I'm saying? She dead, gang. She dead. Let her, I'm saying. He get caught. He was gonna get caught eventually. You know what I'm saying? He was gonna get caught eventually. Like, he dumped her on the side of the road. His wife. You know what I'm saying? The moment they go to the school, bro, they gonna see the body, see that it's his wife, let him know, search his car, find some blood somewhere that he didn't wipe off. He changed the license plate, figure out that the license plate don't match the actual car, because you gotta register the vehicle. You know what I'm saying? You gotta register your vehicle. They gonna press him out. He's gonna admit to the murder. If he don't admit to it, they gonna piece it all together. You know what I'm saying? He gonna go to jail. You would have had your life. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you even died in this video. I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know. But I'm pretty sure the way this is going, bro, they died, gang. But doing a whole U-turn to investigate is crazy, bro. And then the whole used her gang went back to the school, bruh, to investigate. They think this Scooby Doo.
They end up at the school again. Believe it or not, they get out. They need to see what this guy was stashing. What was he doing? What was that sheet or that blanket?
They just trying to be nosy.
They get out of their car and they walk down and they find a little animal hole, and it's there that they find a blood-soaked blanket. He was trying to put that down a hole unsuccessfully. It's a big misconception
I wouldn't
that
even want to be
he
there,
had anything
bruh.
to do with the incident.
I wouldn't even want to be there. Like, my paranoia, bruh, I feel like he probably gonna come back to life and come around the corner and try to kill me or something. Like, for some reason, bruh, I would not want to be there again. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he's gonna show up at any point and try to knock me off, bruh. That man got heart.
Inside of the school, he didn't stash anything in the school. There was no body found in the school. I think he pulled over to try to stash that bloody blanket, or possibly even to, if he found a good spot, to stash Marilyn. At that point, they take off and they're headed for the police. Now, this happened just after the situation at the Depew house. Now, Dennis and Marilyn Depew had been married for many years. I believe it was 18 years. They had gotten divorced, but he did have specific visitation rights. Again, Easter Sunday, he came to pick up the kids. They did not want to go with him, and he got into an argument with Marilyn, and she fell down. He pushed her, or she fell down the stairs. She hurt herself badly, and he basically dragged her out of the house, telling the kids that we're going to go to the hospital. We're going to the hospital. Well, they never went to the hospital, but one of the kids did run out of the house then and went to call the police. So the police had two separate calls, probably even at the time not even realizing it was the same person that they were calling about. So what happened was, a day later, they were looking for Dennis. He was gone. He disappeared. And it was a day later, not far from here, basically in between this school and where their house used to be, they found, I believe it was a town worker, a road worker, found Marilyn Depew's body on the side of the road.
Yeah, see?
And she was recovered. She had been shot in the back of the head, most likely in the van, which is why it was so bloody in there. So once all that happened, for some time, family members and friends started receiving letters from Dennis, who was on the run and hiding. Strange letters with biblical inscriptions, basically justifying why he killed Marilyn, saying that she was turning his family against him, that he had lost everything. Dennis was gone for a year, and it was then that Unsolved Mysteries picked up the case. They actually showcased it. I believe it's season 3, episode 20, I think. I'll put it down below. Maybe I'll put a link to it because it's on YouTube. But they did a story about this. They featured this story on there, and so it goes that he saw it on TV. He was living a whole different life at that point, took on the alias Hank Queen, and was living with a girlfriend.
Wow.
And down in Texas, I believe, Dallas, Texas.
Bro, she was living with a whole murderer and didn't even know. Dang. Bro, imagine that. Imagine sitting in the crib on a Friday, Saturday night, right? You laid up with your person and y'all watching some crime shows. And then all of a sudden, they start talking about a specific crime, and the person that you with look just like the person on TV. You know what I'm saying? Like, you look over, you look at the TV, you look over again, you look at the TV, and you see him just panicking. He panicking. Bro, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Your whole person is a murderer. You ain't even know. They got a warrant out for their arrest. You know what I'm saying? They put the they put the money, they put the amount of money that you could get for turning them in on TV. You see all them zeros. Now all of a sudden you look over to your person looking back at you. Now you gotta worry about your person knocking you up. Now you about to become a victim. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, bruh. Stay safe out there. You know what I'm saying? Stay safe. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all could be laid up with murderers and don't even know. Huh? Laid up with a whole murderer, don't even know. And it's like, your man got bodies on him. He's a murderer. And you just laying up with him. That's how.
And he knew he had to get out of there, so he left that night. And it just so happens that that girlfriend's family members were watching. They called the police, and they found him that night trying to leave the area. There was a long pursuit. He was shooting at them. He actually blasted through 2 police roadblocks, and he ended up shooting himself, I believe in Mississippi, in the head, actually in the exact same vehicle in that van that he shot in Maryland.
See how that go, bruh? See how that karma go? See how that karma go, bruh? You know what I'm saying? He shot her in the head in that van. Years later, he ended up shooting himself in the head in that same van. See how that karma go, bruh? I'm telling you, that negative energy, that bad energy, it follows you. It don't go nowhere. That bad energy will follow you, gang, wherever you go. And it will get what it's owed. I'm trying to tell you.
And this is Dennis's final resting place here with his family. This isn't too far from where that schoolhouse is, just over the border in Indiana.
1991.
I believe, yeah, so this is his mother and father. And I don't know who these people are. Possibly sisters.
Wow.
His father actually lived until 2005. His mother until 1997. And of course, 1991 for Dennis, when he took his own life.
Wow.
Clearly, the flowers and the plants are on this family here, so they probably still have family in the area.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody has family.
Yeah.
Serial killers, bank robbers, murderers, everybody has family. Marilyn, I think she was tired of being controlled. There was a lot going on beneath the scenes there. There was a lot of arguing, and they just were not getting along anymore, and she wanted the divorce, and reportedly he did not want the divorce. And so these things happen sometimes. Yeah.
I don't see a marker at all. And I mean, it wouldn't be sunk just from the 90s that deep, you know?
Yeah, that's what I figured. Since 1990, it's not that long ago where it'd be, you know.
Yeah, completely overgrown.
Yeah.
So I'm
How often are they unmarked, graves?
it happens.
Really?
Oh no, she's on Mars?
Well, at least I know I'm not crazy then.
Oh no.
So anyway, I wanted to come out to the Oakland Hills Cemetery here, pay my respects to Marilyn. But I searched and searched and searched, visited the office a number of times, and eventually someone came out to try to track her grave down. We couldn't find it.
Oh,
and she's
man.
more or less certain that it's an unmarked grave. The chances are her family just could not afford, or maybe did not want, any kind of a plot or anything for her, any kind of a tombstone or headstone or anything. But she is pretty much right in this spot here.
Oh, wow. Jeez.
And that is the story of Dennis Depew, the murder of Marilyn Depew, and the inspiration, at least at the beginning, of Jeepers Creepers. Crazy story at the expense of Marilyn, of course. And wherever she is, I hope she's resting in peace.
Wow, bruh. That's a tough way to go out, gang. You get murdered by your husband. Get thrown down an animal hole. They found your body a day later or something. And then you get buried in an unmarked grave, gang. That's tough. That's tough. But I did not know that about Jeepers Creepers, bruh. You know what I'm saying? I did not. A lot of movies, they take on certain parts of a story from like actual life, you know, to make the movie more I guess have like more of like a realistic feeling. But I didn't know that about Jeepers Creepers though. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that about Jeepers Creepers. I'm just like interested to see the story about Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Now, I want to see that. That might be like the next video. I want to see that. But make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're new. Hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when I post new content on the channel. Until next time, man. Deuces.